want us to talk about this thing. Conflict resolutions. When is enough enough? In any relationship, there's bound to be conflict. I want to believe, my friend, that you can believe with me when I tell you that there is nothing worth having in this life that comes easy. Nothing in life that is worth having is free. Put it in another way, nothing in life worth having is not without a fight. And those who want to have things the easy way, listen. And those who are in a habit of having shortcuts in life, this is your moment. What about those who want to cheat the system because you want it easy way? This is your moment. I want to submit to you, wherever you are, this fact of life. It is from a phrase that you may have heard. The phrase says, you cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. Yes, in order to achieve a desired goal or objective in life, my friend, some damage will be done in the process. That's what this phrase means. In other words, making an omelette, and I hope you know what an omelette is, that breakfast thing with eggs and all those good stuff. Making an omelette requires breaking the shell of an egg in order to extract the insides of an egg. Do you want an omelette? Do you want to be served with an omelette in your life? I have news for you. I don't know whether they are good news or bad news. You must be ready to break the eggs. No shortcut. You see, my friend, something has to be broken to get the results that you need. Let's say you're sick of malaria. Those of us who are familiar with what malaria is. When you swallow that pill, when you swallow the malaria queen, as we would call it, metacafin, I've forgotten the malaria queen, those strong and bitter pills, they don't taste like oranges. They are bitter. And yet, you must swallow them and follow the full cycle if you want to be on your feet and free of malaria. That's the only way to get an omelette. An egg must be broken. You cannot have both ways. Keep an egg and still want an omelette. Think about a seed. When you plant and put a seed in the soil, a seed must die to become a plant. You see, the outer shell of a seed carries the embryo. The embryo is protected by this shell from the environment. You see, the seed generally stores energy in the form of carbohydrates and fats. And that's why many of the foods we eat, I'm sure you've eaten, are seeds, because they have bits of energy stored in them. And you know what that energy does? That energy helps to have the root go for water, but also for the leaves to gather light. So there's something special in that shell. That bit of energy within the seed is sacrificed in order to establish the new plant as we know it. And you know what? Once that shell is broken and you are done with its use, it's thrown away. It is discarded. So the shell is just to protect that which is inside. Many of us love to stay in our comfort zone because we do not want to break the eggs of our life. Jesus taught this story in John 12 and verse 24. He calls himself a wheat. He's a seed of wheat. A seed of wheat must be sown into the earth and die to create a new plant, bearing more seed, my friend. It has to die. In its death, the seed doesn't disappear. But you know what happens? It multiplies itself to many other seeds. And it can perpetuate that growth for I don't know how long. And when it sprouts, the embryos uses up this energy reserve that it has. And the rest is history. We can do that in biology and learn about plants. But the seed must die. It is not meant to stay pretty or in the store. It has to go down, and when it's in the dirt, it dies so that it can come back. You see, Jesus was teaching us that those who love their life will lose it. And those who hate their life in this world will keep it for eternal life. I need to throw that theology so that you may know. But even before I leave that, before I come back to a normal life, you see, we talk about grace. Grace is a free gift. Yeah? It's a free gift. And salvation actually is a free gift provided by grace. But let not anybody fool you. Nothing is cheap about that grace. Grace is God's redemption. And guess what? It comes at Christ's expense. So salvation is free, and it's not. It's free when you receive it. But guess what? It took the Son of God for us to receive that salvation. It's a free gift provided by grace. But grace does not come cheap. Tell me anything in your life that comes cheap or easy, for free, and I will tell you, even though you didn't pay the price for it, somebody must have done that. You see, freedom has a price too, and it is high. Sometimes a man must give all he can. Sometimes a man must die for one to get freedom. We know it in this country. We know it all over the world. Everything comes with a price. So my friend, this is what I want to submit to you in your life and in my life. You see, when you pursue a goal in life, there are some side effects. There are some damages. I don't know how to put it well. There are some costs that you will have to endure. Let's be practical. If you want to succeed, you cannot afford to have shortcuts. You must pay the price. Those of us who teach, we know that students who try to cheat in their schoolwork, in their exams, don't end up well. But if you want to succeed and look back at your life, there has to be a price to pay. If you want to retire graciously, comfortably, You must be ready to sacrifice lots of things for now. You got to forego certain leisures of your life. We say it in my vernacular, in one way or the other. Tomorrow it's today. In other words, you forego lots of things for now so that tomorrow you may live comfortably and, if possible, retire graciously. I challenge you now. Now look at our lives. Let's say you want to put a new setup of a building, a modern building, or even a park where people can come and relax. And the only thing you need to do is that you have to demolish and bring down an old building. There are those of us who want to hold onto things. We don't want to let go. You want something new, and yet you are still holding onto that. Oh, let me tell you, if that building has to come down, I want to remind you that you cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. Think about CEOs, people who own companies. They want to cut down because the company is not yielding profits. We're not making any headways. So what do? You got to annoy somebody. Oh yes, somebody has to be upset for you to downsize and to make sure the company yields profit. You know why? You can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Some eggs must be broken. You want to run your own race and you don't want to be a copycat of other people's lives so that you don't do what other people do because it's the way. You cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. You got to break some ties, my friend. You got to damage. I wish I had better words. You got to damage some relationship. You have to let go. It's painful. There are people who don't add value in your life. Anytime you meet with them, all they do is to demoralize you and show you how inadequate you are and how you are shortcoming, how you don't measure up. Clean them up. It is painful. Sometimes you even relocate. It is that serious. You got to break the eggs if you want to make an omelette. People on your phone who don't add value, all that you hear from them are discouraging things, and they all tell you about other people's life, and it doesn't add value. That doesn't give you peace. Guess what? You cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. These are some eggs you have to break. Some of us want to be so nice to our children. You cannot reprimand them. You love them so much. Actually, we say it in a language, you take care of them like eggs. Hey, you got to break the eggs to make omelette. Do you want something good to come out of those children? You spare the rod and spare the kids. You have to instill discipline. Even in the good book, the Bible says God disciplines those that he loves. There are things, my friend, that may look unpleasant. They may not be very nice. And nobody wants it. But guess what? You must break that egg. You want to wake up in the morning. You want to go and do this devotion. You want to go early so that you're not late. Yeah, you are so sluggish, you don't feel like waking up. And you hear that bell, you hear that alarm clock going on. And you want to dismiss it. You know what? I don't care whether you are dreaming with the angels out there and you had all those fantasy things. Hey, the alarm has been turned on and it's telling you it's time to wake up. You got to let go some of those things. You got to break the eggs for you to make this omelette. Some of us in the service, we've known this very well. There are a lot of sacrifices. There are a lot of things you have to give up to be where you are. If you want to lose weight, let's say you have a wedding coming up, and this dress cannot fit, and you like eating those sweet things, cakes, sugar, much as you love it, my friend, you got to stop eating what you love so much and eating all those starch if you want to have this shape so that the dress may fit. Guess why? You want that omelette called a wedding looking so nice? You got to break the eggs so that you may have a nice omelette. And a good one for that matter. So I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know what eggs you have in your life and they look so nice and you just want to have them there. Do you want a good result? You have to go through something that may seem not so nice, not so pleasant. You want something desirable? Be ready to bear hardships to gain it. There is no shortcut in life, my friend. Yes, you must break the egg to get that omelette. There is no shortcut in life. And even when you have those shortcuts, when you look back, it's not worth it, my friend. Pay the price. It's worth it. Other people have done it. Don't be a parasite. Those who want to feast on others' success, you can do it. Pay the price. Nothing is easy. Nothing is cheap. And you know when once you begin it, you won't realize when it is over. I've learned it the hard way. There are things you cannot escape in life. So I know you have your eggs, you're looking at them there. Call them opportunities. Call them good chances. And you see the plate is laid there for the omelette. You don't want to hurt this person. You don't want to hurt the environment. Oh, you don't want to yell. You don't want to fire some people. You don't want to give this student the grade he or she deserves. If it's a D and E, give it to him or her. Than pleasing him or her, giving an A, then let alone he become a mess in life. It is tough. It is tough, my friend. There is no other way. If God himself found the only way to reconcile ourselves with him was to sacrifice his only son, Jesus Christ, that he himself had to lay his life for you. It cost a life for you to be free. Who told you the life is a shortcut? So don't hide yourself there. Don't be this person who is waiting at the periphery to make sure that other people's car are moving so that you jump in. I'm sure some of us have seen these people in life. They don't want to work hard, yet they want to come and be part of the celebrations. I've seen it in the ministry. Come, let us do this. Let us give so much. Let us give our time. Let us give our energy. When it comes to sacrificing and paying the price, very people will come forward. But wait until the dream is realized. Everybody takes credit. Oh, uhuru tuliopigania. Oh, I know what this meant. We were there. And you're like, come on. Seriously? So as I conclude, are you ready to break the chair? Are you ready to break this chair over neck? Because that's where you have the real life. Until you break it, you'll never get the gist of it, the insides of it. Unless this seed dies on the ground so that it can sprout and have life, you will be mark timing. Yes, my friend, we must break these eggs so that we may make an omelette. And I'm sure all of us want to have this beautiful dish. It's in the morning. It's ready to be served. Are you ready to make an omelette? You cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. So from now on, when you see friends who want to see things in a cheap way, tell them, hey, break an egg. You want an omelette? Break the eggs. You want a success? Break an egg to get the omelette. May God bless you. As you seek your path, be ready to break eggs so that you make an omelette. And when you do it, you look back and you say, it was worthy the sweat. I worked for it. It pays off. Because surely it does. Once again, you cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. Go break them. If it requires annoying somebody, if it requires bringing discomfort, it is the only way. Break them and have your omelette. Thank you.